What's really top of mind for me at Scholarshot, obviously we have our core program right now, about 160 students for all first generation going to get a degree to get out of poverty. That is wonderful, and 90+% will succeed. But we are leveraging our data to challenge the two systemic issues statewide. One is bad advisement or lack of advisement from high school, and the other equal is the lack of accountability in our university system. So our universities say, hey, we are incented to admit you because we're going to get to keep your grants and your loans, and it's really not our fault that you weren't ready. And universities have told us we are not responsible for the academic or financial status of our students. Can you imagine if an airline said, look, only half our passengers get to the destination or less, or a restaurant that says, hey, half of you are going to be sick when you leave here? They'd be shut down in a week. But our university system gets tens of billions of dollars a year in grants and loans, and makes very little, if any, effort to see particularly first generation kids who bring those grants and get the loans to succeed. And then our high school system, K through 12, it has no awareness of where their kids are after they earn the diploma. So if I tell you, hey, you got into UT Arlington, that's the best school you got into, and I'm not picking on UT Arlington, but you have no money, you got 930 on your SAT, and below 1180 at Dallas College, you would need remedial reading, writing, or math. But hey, you got into UT Arlington, you need to go. And that kid drops out, and he or she is in worse shape than the kids that never attempted at all, because their grants are frozen, they have debt they can't pay, and they have no degree. So top of mind for me at Scholarshot is challenging these two institutions who are very bureaucratic at the local level as well as at the state level, and don't want to hear from an outside voice how to improve. But we're throwing the data off, making it public, challenging public awareness to bring about accountability in our university system and in our high schools. So right now, the state of Texas has had a goal known as 60 by 30 TX. You can find the website. It's part of the TEA and Higher Education Coordinating Board. The goal was set back in 2015 that 60% of our high school graduates in Texas would earn some post-secondary credential by the year 2030, 60%. Since that time, we've gone from 33% succeeding now down to 26% succeeding. And we used to have 60% of our high school kids attempt something, and we're down to now 46%. And that's tragic because first and foremost, our economy is growing. We need a certified and diversified workforce, and our kids need to fulfill their potential. We spend $150,000 in each K through 12 education. Those kids need to get to a livable wage, and they don't know that a high school diploma today by itself is a path to poverty. And they don't know, hey, I need to earn a plumber's certificate or an electrician's certificate or a food handler's certificate, which will put me in above a livable wage within 9 months it takes 9 months to get one of those vocational certificates. It's paid for at our public community colleges. Why not go? But those are the two systemic gaps that we are challenging. The lack of advisement from high school, the lack of accountability in our university system.